Hi guys, Super Secret Tech here. For match 3 in my American mid-range. This is a pretty solid hand. I'm going to go ahead and keep it. I have Spell Snare, I have Cryptic, I have Mana Leak, and I have Lightning Bolt and Path. Hard to go wrong here. Looks like it's probably Death and Taxes. Yeah, it's definitely looking like Death and Taxes. Either that or just like a junk mid-range. Scavenging Ooze is actually pretty bad against us. Um, just for the simple fact that we use Snapcaster Mage, and they can pay 1 green and counter Snapcaster Mage. Uh, but luckily this deck has lots of utility to keep it off the board. If I don't draw land soon, he's just going to beat me. This deck is extremely mana dependent, which is why we run so many lands. Um, the reason I did that is because I just have to draw land. Um, and so I had to use Shadow Doubt when I really didn't want to. Here I think that's the right play. I just have to stop some of the aggro or I'm going to just die. And I don't have anything to worry about with Pride Mage. Like, he really doesn't do anything against this deck. I really need to path the Bloodgeist. Um, No matter how I play this, I think he's just got me. Liliana's the Veil really puts a lot of added pressure. Cause see, if I'd have played Snapcaster, then he'd just make me sack it. So, I mean, there's just not a whole lot I can do in that situation. This is what happens when this deck doesn't get lands. You basically just lose the game. He's probably showing me a lot more of his deck than he should be at this point, because he's pretty much got the game over. But now I have a pretty good idea of what to bring in against him for sideboard. Not a lot of counter magic, but at least I have lands this time. Here I basically just have to try to outplay him. Hope he doesn't have Liliana right here. No, it's pretty equally bad. These Ravens' crimes are really hurting me. Um, it's a good thing that this isn't a big part of the meta, or else this deck would never stand a chance. If this was like the tier 1 deck, and if it didn't have bad matchups against the good decks in the format, um, this would be a really difficult deck to play. Luckily, the deck that he's playing has really bad matchups against all the combo decks. Um, and so it gives, even though it's bad versus me, um, like this is probably hands down my worst matchup. Um, like this is worse than Boggles, and because those are easier to answer. Um, yeah, he's gonna just destroy me, unfortunately. Um, like I said, luckily this isn't a big part of the metagame. Even though it's a good deck list, this kind of a deck has a really hard time um, against Splinter Twin, Birthing Pod. Like Birthing Pod's just gonna wreck his deck. Um, and Scape Shift because he can't stop the combo. Well, I mean he can. He can stop the little pieces, but he can't stop like the actual Scape Shift part. And so, luckily, the deck that he's playing isn't a big part of the metagame. Um, or else, like I said, it'd be a lot harder for me. But if this deck rises to popularity, stuff like that, I think that American Midrange will lower in popularity because it's the counterbalance to the deck, and you just can't afford the man. Uh, like I said, I mean he just has so much utility that's just really bad against me. Like all the land destruction and all the discard outlets and stuff like that, it's really like I was saying earlier, this is really, really a hard matchup for me. Um, it is winnable, but it's a chore. Um, and it would help also if I was drawing better, obviously. And here we're just hoping for a top deck of a white non-tapped mana source. That is not it. However, Cryptic Command is good. Um, Basically, the Cryptic Command's going to buy me a turn. He's got to know something's up. And the reason I tap down the Overgrown Tomb is to keep him off of green for Scavenging Ooze. Um, as long as I can keep him off green mana, I can potentially wipe him out. Again, just not drawing what I need, unfortunately. At least I've gotten a little bit more of a board presence. Really annoying when this chat box pops up. You have to hit the / and you also have to hit the escape key really quickly to fix that. So it looks like he's going all in on a Johnny, which is fine. What that did is that bought me time to hopefully get Sphinx's Revelation out and hopefully be able to verdict the board away. So I'm going to go down to 11 here. Or I'm going to take 11 here, I mean. Because I basically just had to electrolyze. Goodness gracious. And so what you're seeing here is, the combination of his deck working well, and his disruption package working really well, against me. Yeah, you can have a tech edge. Yeah, he's got me. But you got to see one of the faults of the deck. Hope you enjoyed it, and